Holden.
Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, the San Diego Comic-Con is the world's largest comic book and science fiction convention. Every July, hordes of nerds, fanboys, descend on the convention center, buy memorabilia to meet comic book icons, and to showcase elaborate costumes. This was my utopia. I was headed here in the summer of 2000, raining gobs of sweat. I was seriously doubting the logic that had me walking 10 blocks in the July heat in a latex catsuit and a trench coat just to save $25 on parking. You would think if I was that concerned with money, I wouldn't have spent my summer paycheck on looking like Catwoman. But my practical side seldom won out where the Comic-Con was concerned. By the time I reached the convention center bathroom, the damage that my sweat glands had done to the latex glue had my costume falling apart. I was facing a costume malfunction. I was fighting tears, and I didn't know what to do when Wonder Woman stepped in front of me. Okay, not Wonder Woman, but the likeness was uncanny. Rachel, we've been watching you. That's embarrassing. We think it's time to bring you into the fold. And with that, this Amazonian model touched her index finger to my sternum, and with a sound like, my costume was mended and shiny, and my brow was sweat-free, and I could move like water, which is not easy in latex. You are hereby invited to the Super Fangirls. We are the keepers of the magic here at the San Diego Comic-Con. Really? There's magic at the San Diego Con? How do you think we could get the most socially awkward people worldwide to gel this well? Okay, but do you fight crime here? On occasion, but it's more important that we look like we can. Okay, well, do I get superpowers? For the almost 5 days of the con, you will get a little telepathy, a little teleportation, which comes in handy when you need to run away from throngs of fanboys. And finally, my personal favorite, you can do any crouch or stance, cellulite free. What? I get Photoshop powers? I'll take it, I'm in. Good. But know that once you're one of us, if you ever want to leave, you have to leave the con for good. Okay. And that's how I joined the ranks of the Super Fangirls, the magical muses of the San Diego Comic-Con. In the average world, I'm an average girl with average looks and a quirky personality. But for the 4.5 days of this convention, I was a nerd goddess. Over the years, I saved a few babies, put out a few fires, but mostly I posed for a lot of pictures. And the nerd girls, we flourished. The Comic-Con grew exponentially, reaching attendance of 125,000 people a year. But power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. The Comic-Con grew too big for itself. Ticket prices skyrocketed and sold out a year in advance. TV networks clamored to be a part of it. Less and less comic books were sold, even though there was less room to walk and breathe than ever. And the nerd girls, us fangirls, we lost our way. Quality geeks who put blood, sweat, and tears into their costume were denied access to our secret sorority in favor of pretty girls who could power pose. We were giving superpowers to glorified picture takers. And I grew more disillusioned every day. The death rattle for me came with a group photo. We were taking a picture with Han Solo and Chewbacca from Star Wars, when the girl next to me said, "Who are that?" And that's when I knew it was time to walk away from the fangirls and superpowers. I never went back. Don't worry, I found a new nerd haven. It's called Toastmasters.